hoping at the rate that we're going that the Mayans are right about us. Can we talk about this for just 1 second? Like, every day I wake up and like, you know what, I can only do another 6 months of this. And just in case they are right, and we all are going to die in December of 2012, I'm not exercising anymore. That's it. Like, I'm okay. If I wake up in the end of December, like, I will go back to the gym. But for now, absolutely not. Like, if I'm going to die, it's sure as shit not going to be on an elliptical. Because let me tell you something. For an out-of-shape person, that's the closest I come to death on, like, a bi-monthly basis. And, you know, it's true. And, like, here's the thing. All I want to do is be skinny. Like, that's all I want. Like, I want to be so skinny that you think that I'm sick. You know? Like, I want to be so skinny that you see me walk down the street and you throw a loaf of bread at my head. Like, no. I want to be so skinny that you go, oh my God, I never met an Ethiopian Jew. Like, that's how thin I want to be. You know, and I yearn for it so badly. I do. I yearn for it so badly. And I will do anything for it outside of diet and exercise. Anything. And I was trying to be like really healthy and get in shape. I was doing it the right way. I was doing tons of cocaine. And let me tell you something, not a fucking pound. Not a pound. I lost my dignity and a septum. That was it. I don't even know who to complain to. Whitney's gone. I can't sell letters to anyone. And it's not fair. It's not fair. Because here's the thing, like I really was, and I was trying to do things like this really good way. Does anybody exercise in this room? Thank God. I mean, honestly, thank God that no, because you guys are like me, just fucking lazy. And so I was trying to do things like actually really, I was trying to exercise. It was interesting. I did spinning. Anyone ever tried this? Oh my God, these are like anal molestation. It was horrible. It was horrible. And then I moved on from that and I did Zumba. Did anybody do this? Okay, so for those of you who don't know what Zumba is, it's this Latin American dance exercise. It's basically the closest Spanish Harlem will ever get to people with college degrees. That's Zumba. And I used to live in Hell's Kitchen, which is right by the theater district, and I would show up to Zumba, and here's what would happen. Like, you'd get all of these, like, wannabe Broadway people, and they would stare themselves down in the mirror, right? And, like, we're at the New York fucking Sports Club. You're wearing spandex. And, like, all of a sudden, Zumba music comes on, they're like, oh, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. How many people does he need? And it's like, no. No. So that was very intimidating. I actually tripped somebody, and it was a mess. And, no, you have no idea what humiliation is. You have no idea until you call the New York Sports Club, and you say, hi, can I sign up for the 5:45 Zumba? And they say, sure, who is this? And you say Erika Wasser, and they say no. So then I moved on from that. I did Bikram yoga, and then you've done this. Oh my God, the closest I've ever come to the Holocaust. Okay? 106 degrees. 106 degrees. They shut the door. They do not let you out. They do not let you out. No, it was horrible. Here's the thing. Here's really where like the crux of all of this comes from. Okay, my mom is gorgeous. My mother is sickly beautiful, ex-model, amazing looking. I look exactly like my dad. I am a spitting image of my father. And like that's a lot to handle. And like finally I was like, you know what? The way you look is genetic. Like at some point you have to suck it up. You know, you have to be like, okay, fine, this is what I got. And I was like, all right, so I took my entire family and I lined us all up and I was like, oh my God. In our entire history, Jews have only been thin once, and it didn't go so well for us. So, maybe I should just cut my losses, you know? Win one, lose 6 million. I just feel like... No, we're over it. Honestly, we're over it. We run the world now. It's okay. Seriously, we're so cool with it. Honestly, I live in a studio apartment. I sleep next to an oven. We're over it. Fine now. But what's interesting, like being like of a religion, like people are like, oh, like do you only want to date Jewish guys? And like, you know what? I kind of have like the same rule of Hitler. It's like 1-8. Like if you can get into Auschwitz, you can get into me. And like, because I just don't feel like I can be picky anymore. Have you seen what's out there? Do you know what I mean? Like you have no idea. So my friend was like, oh, why don't you try this online dating bullshit? And like for me, like Grindr, great, but like we can't do that. And, like honestly, like I'm never gonna meet someone outside of a bathroom. I'm gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like, your world is a glory hole. Mine is not that. It's true. It's true. So I was like, you know what? The entire thing of online dating makes me very uncomfortable. It really does. Like, even the slogan of online dating, bunch of crap, because you're like, oh, 1 in 5 relationships starts online now. Did you know this? 1 out of every 5 relationships start online. I'm like, to me, that's something that a pedophile would tell a hesitant teen. Like, that's not going to sign me on any fucking test. I'm not getting on that ship. Absolutely not. And so I went on this date. I really did. Why are you looking at me like I didn't go on a date? I went on a date. I went on a date, okay? And no, I did. And we dated for like a little while. Like, here's the thing that girls, like, tell me if you do this, because I do this. Like, I can tell how much a guy is into me, like, by the drink he gets me while I'm in the bathroom. Because, like, that's pretty much why you're getting laid. So if you're not paying attention to that, we have a problem. And they get you the wrong thing. You know that they just don't care about you that much. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm like a vodka, soda, Chardonnay kind of girl. I come back. There's this drink, and it's green, and it's fruity, and there's a cherry, and an umbrella. It was like date rape in a glass. And like, what about my abrasive personality told you I was going to want to drink that, you know? And I was like, I get date rape, I do. I do. I understand date rape. Like, I totally understand why date rape is a lesser form of rape, obviously, because he bought you dinner. But, like, I don't understand date rape on the whole. You know, like, call me old-fashioned, I was raised by my grandmother, but, like, why call it date rape? Like, to me, once the raping part starts, the date is pretty much over. But I was raised by my grandmother, I was. So, like, I understand why, like, and I love my grandmother, I really do. We just spent a week together in Disney, and she had a scooter, and it was amazing. Yes, I am 24 years old, and I rode a scooter around Magic Kingdom. And I pretended to be handicapped to go on Space Mountain twice. Twice. And like, it was one of those things where like I was driving, like I wasn't driving, I was scooting, and it was like this reflection in Tomorrowland, and I saw myself in the scooter, and I was like, this is why you're alone. Like this right here, this snapshot of life is why you're alone. I'm not really that alone, like let's be honest. Alright. I'll tell you something gross. I'll tell you something totally disgusting, and I'm going to go hang my head in shame. How not alone I am. Can't let me tell you this. All right, we're going to do it. I actually haven't said this yet, so this is gonna take a lot. I did something really disgusting the other day, and I mean it's not going to be so disgusting for this table and a table back there. For everyone else. I had sex in a bathroom stall. Yeah. I know. Don't hate me, but like, have you ever met someone where you're like, it is on now, right? Now, because you're kind of running away. And it was kind of cool because it was the first time in my life where I didn't feel bad about using a handicap stall. You know? Because it was the first time when I was in one where I was doing something that was actually retarded.